Ken was a very dear friend and a mentor to me and a role model. And for 18 years now, I sat next to him at the Conservancy office through thick and thin. He was a constant, steady, and guiding force in my life.
Ken was a...
I admired him so much. He directed his incredible intellect and his dedication and his loyalty, his uncompromising ethic towards the good of our community, which he knew was intrinsically dependent on the good of our environment, and that they were one and the same. Over those years, the diversity of skills and knowledge and human qualities that I was able to absorb over that time was huge in scope, and I got a few examples. A big one was how to take a risk and how to make it pan out through unwavering belief and determination and hard work, and most of all, optimism. Ken was so optimistic. You couldn't put him down. You couldn't get him down. At least outwardly, anyways. Another one was how to move seemingly unmovable objects, most often without the use of any gas or electricity machines. How to maintain patience and perseverance, whether it was during an intensely difficult land negotiation or covenant negotiation, or whether it was during an intensely difficult photocopier negotiation, which oddly enough we had last week with nobody there. He was great at coming up with simple and captivating names for things, like the Golden Hook, which was just a chain with a gold hook on it. Or the Adventure Cabin, which was an old broken down cabin that we've written down since then, but it's awesome, everybody knows it. And he loved the Golden Hook too. He loved chains, and he loved chain hoists and tools and things like that. It was special. I love him too now. I learned a lot about how to have humility, but for those of you guys who know me well, I haven't completed that part of my journey yet, but I think Ken was probably the most humble person that I have ever known. And any praise or recognition of the work that he'd done or the achievements that he had were like a burden to him almost, that he chose to shoulder, but only because it brought more light and more awareness of the work that he was trying to do. It's amazing. No, nothing was for himself, but it seemed that way. I certainly learned about work ethic and the spectrum of work ethic, and that there's actually an additional whole component of work ethic spectrum that most of us don't know, where Ken resided.
The last big project that Ken hatched came from a suggestion I made to move the Silver Forest Foundation School to Galiano to become the main learning center building. Ken simply replied, "Let's do it." This was not a little project. Think 20 by 50 foot post and beam structure built in a remote Kootenai location accessed by a narrow, rough 4x4 road, and you will begin to get a view of part of the picture. The land had been sold on which the Silver Forest Foundation had been given permission to teach ecosystem-based conservation planning and build the school. Ken not only persuaded Vaughan Brothers to donate the school building, but he convinced them to upgrade the road and assist in transporting the disassembled structure. Wow. As all of you who were involved know, there was much, much more to this Ken adventure than there is time to relay here. Yeah, a few stories. Susie, the Silva Forest Foundation board, I, and many others associated with our work are very, very pleased that the Silva Foundation School has morphed into the Galiano Learning Center. We hope that the good energy of an inland rainforest will create a synergy with the coastal rainforest in which the school is now situated. There are many more stories, including, of course, the need for dark chocolate to round out any day's effort. But I will close here with a last commitment to you, Ken. For years, I have talked about writing a book about the unique ecological restoration of DL63 Pebble Beach. While it is now at the top of my list, I have already made arrangements with Keith to do some photography and research this spring with the book to follow. There are important ecological and human lessons in this project that you so creatively led. They are going to find a wider audience. So, Ken, thank you for all you did for individuals, community, and the forest of Earth. You are truly larger than life, and your legacy will bear witness to that. May you have energizing walks through old-growth Douglas fir forests and Gary Oak meadows with nary a Scotch broom in sight. Know that the fruits of your labors are appreciated and will in turn continue to bear fruit. You are missed. Each time I long for another stimulating discussion with you, I will hug an old tree and we will have a chat.